Hello, this is Tim Lancia, and I am doing a video on the MAP4, the weather app that we completed for the Handlebar Labs. Here I'm showing that I did all the handlebars and I have completed the course. Now let's look at some code. Let's first look at index because it's very similar to what we've done before with the React navigation stack. Those are both basically the same. There's only a couple difference. This time we have a button at the top, and we have this kind of light and dark content for the different kind of the screens with light or dark backgrounds to kind of oppose those so you can see it better. We'll skip details for now, but let's look at this search screen. So here we have kind of just this generic did it mount just to kind of see if we got the correct stuff. Then we have this query and this recent search. This recent search is an array that stores all of the kind of recent searches, which we kind of see here, where we collect the kind of past searches and we store them in this array, and then we display them here in this screen, where you can also select each one and go back to that screen on the app. Then let's look at the weather API. This is where we kind of call for both the whether a zip code is passed in or the coordinates passed in. We get both the current weather or the forecast, and that's when we display it on this details page, which is a lot of code, but I'll go through it rather quickly. So yeah, the main things are group forecast by day, because originally it was by 3 hours, so this way it's now by individual days, which kind of condenses it and makes it look nice. Then we have where our class starts, and we have the state where we have the current weather and we have the forecast array, and these are kind of like the two things we pull from the APIs, or we use the APIs to pull from. This did it mount is just to check if we got it. Did it update? This we kind of use to prevent duplicates, is kind of the main use of this function. Then we have handle error, which you'll see down here. So whenever there's an error, more specifically this 404 error, it gets there's an alert that's sent that tells the user to, well, sorry, that didn't work, so try again. And this 404 error is when the user inputs more than 5 digits into the zip code, and then it kind of, before it would freak out, but now he just gives them this alert saying, sorry, that zip code doesn't exist. Then we have this get current weather. This is basically, we call the weather API, and then we parse through it to kind of make it fit what we want, and we kind of pull out the information we want. And we have these catches to kind of prevent the nasty red from users from seeing nasty red. Same thing with the get forecast. We just pull everything from the API calls. This little section right here is if something is loading, so we show them a loading kind of bar instead of just a blank screen until the information pops up. And then we just kind of have the views and the kind of styling all here, which kind of just makes it look nice. And that's basically it. Now I'm going to do a quick little demo. And here's the app. So we kind of have that blue screen and this nice kind of looking layout of all the components that we have. We have that little image that depicts whether it looks like outside, and we have the nice left side where we see the specific dates in that nice format from that date-FNS. Then we hit that search button in the top right, and we kind of see this. We have the search bar now, so we can just put in 91702, which is Azusa's, and we can hit get weather, and it should send us. It did send us to the Azusa details page. And we can go back. Now Azusa is at the top. We can select Fetra, and it'll go back to the loft retro. And that's basically it.